Hi, everybody. Welcome to Tone 1, Kievan Chant. This is a really nice melody that has four different lines that you're going to rotate through until you get to the very last line, which is unique. And it's a really pleasant melody that's fairly easy to remember once you get yourself going. It's a little not quite as simple as some of the other Kievan tones, which sometimes only have two or three different lines. But this one has all four, and they just roll one right after the other. So once you've got those four lines memorized, then you're good to go. Let's take a look at what makes tone one unique and how to recognize it. The main thing about it is that it has two half notes at the very beginning that are going to start off that first line. Okay. So the two notes are right next door to each other. So you can see on the word Lord, there's those two notes. And if you look down below on the word let my prayer be set forth on the last line, you also have the same two half notes. So this is how it sounds. So, mi, do, and the soprano line is here. Lord, I have cried unto thee, hearken unto me. Hearken unto me, O Lord. Lord, I have cried unto thee, hearken unto me. Attend to the voice of my supplication when I cry unto thee. Hearken unto me, O Lord. That was your last line there. Let's keep going. Let my prayer be set forth as incense before thee, the lifting up of my hands as an evening sacrifice. Hearken unto me, O Lord. Good. That gives you a sense of how tone one goes. I want to point out that right before the last line, you have a little dotted measure line. That's a clue to you that the next line is the last one. Let's take a look at the dogmaticon for tone one, where I've got the lines marked out where you can see. This is also our intro verse for introductory verse for tone one. And if you learn to sing this introductory verse, then it can get you right into the tone without thinking about it. So I'll take it from the both now and ever. So, mi, do, both now and ever and unto ages of ages. Amen. Then watch for these two half notes at the beginning. Let us hymn the Virgin Mary. Good. Jump down to the A line near the bottom of the page, and let's just look at how these are very much the same. And the subject of the hymnody of the incorporeal one. Sorry, I didn't get my page turned. Of the incorporeal hosts. But you can see those two half notes on both of those A lines. Let us hymn the Virgin Mary. And the subject of the hymnody of the incorporeal hosts. That second one, we have a few more syllables that we're fitting in there, but it's the same musical line. Go down to therefore. Therefore, having her as the confirmation of our faith. Same musical line. So that's going to be your line A of tone one. And it's going to be the same at the beginning as well as throughout the whole rest of the piece. In some tones, the first line is unique and the last line is unique. But in tone one, you have that A line repeated every four times. Let's look at the B line. So we've gone da 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 da. Then we're gonna go up a little bit. The glory of the whole world. And the B line, you're all on one note pretty much, just dipping down a little before you do three half notes. And that's what makes the second line unique. The glory of the whole world. See those three half notes on whole world. Let's look at the next B line. For she hath been shown. So you have a lot of words on this one, but you're going to have those same three half notes at the end. For she hath been shown to be heaven and the temple of the Godhead. And jump down again to the bottom line. We have as champion. We have as champion the Lord born of her. So instead of that second half note, you just have two quarter notes, which is the same amount of time so that you can fit the syllables in. But it's the same musical line there. And yeah, okay. And then let's go look at our C line. Our C line is even simpler than the B line. So again, we've got a recitative with a half note somewhere near the beginning on the same note, okay? Who sprang forth from men and gave birth unto the Master. And just stepping straight down at the end of that C line, just two half notes instead of three. Let's look at the next C line. Having destroyed on the second system, having destroyed the middle wall of enmity. In this case, we do have an extra half note in there. There's always exceptions to the rule, but usually it's just those two different notes. Dun, dun. Okay, and look at the C line. It's very short at the bottom there. Be of good courage. Be of good courage. Okay, so the C line is actually very simple, and the D line has a little bit more going on to it. It goes like this. The portal of heaven. It's got da 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 da. It's got a number of half notes there. Let's look at the next one. It'll be easier to see. Here's the D line. She hath brought forth peace. Let's take a look. So see how there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 half notes at the end. Okay. It's got a little bit of a rolling sense to it. Okay. She hath brought forth peace and opened wide the kingdom. See if we have another one. Yea, be of good cheer, O people of God. And again, we have two quarter notes on people of, and that is the same amount of time that a half note would take. So you can use two quarters or you can use a half. But you have those same five notes that are going to go in succession. Dun, dun, da, 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 or da, 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 da. It can be broken up into those quarter notes, but you're always going to have those 5 2 beats on each note, okay? And then the last note, the last line on tone 1 goes into a minor chord to end it and just comes straight down in 3 steps and you're done. In that he is almighty. And you won't really hear the minor until you get to that last note if you don't have the other parts, but it's helpful to know that you are kind of shifting the feeling of the piece. Most of tone 1 is in that happier sound, which is the major. So let's sing through the whole dogmatic in here, okay? Both now and ever and unto ages of ages. Amen. Let us hymn the Virgin Mary, the glory of the whole world, who sprang forth from men and gave birth unto the Master, the portal of heaven, and the subject of the hymnody of the incorporeal hosts. For she hath been shown to be heaven and a temple of the Godhead, having destroyed the middle wall of enmity. She hath brought forth peace and opened wide the kingdom. Therefore, having her as the confirmation of our faith, we have as champion the Lord born of her. Be of good courage, Yea, be of good cheer, O people of God, for he hath vanquisheth the foe, in that he is almighty. Okay, and let's go back and just practice running through tone one here from the beginning and then going through the Stakira for Friday night, Vespers, and get some good practice in. Okay, from Lord I Have Cried. So me do. Lord, I have cried unto thee, hearken unto me. Hearken unto me, O Lord. Lord, I have cried unto thee, hearken unto me. Attend to the voice of my supplication when I cry unto thee. Hearken unto me, O Lord. Let my prayer be set forth as incense before thee, the lifting up of my hands as an evening sacrifice. Hearken unto me, O Lord. Okay, let's go on to the Stakira at Lord I Have Cried. The one triumphal procession of the martyrs drowned a multitude of the demons in the streams of their blood, caused all the abominable sacrifices to cease, and set at naught the deception of the idols, for they suffered patiently, and they now entreat Christ to grant our souls peace and great mercy. For thy name's sake have I patiently waited for thy word, as the reader will say. With wise words and doctrines the most sacred pastors taught all to glorify the threefold Godhead in unity, divinely avoiding the confusion and divisions of its persons. And they now pray that peace and great mercy be granted our souls. The company of the venerable lulled carnal desires to sleep, and restrain the onslaughts thereof, showing their life to be angelic. Wherefore they now join chorus in the habitations of heaven, entreating Christ to grant our souls peace and great mercy. Through the supplications of all the saints and the Theotokos, O Lord, grant us thy peace and have mercy upon us, for thou alone art compassionate. The confession ye made before the tribunal revealed the power of the demons, O saints, and freed men from deception. Wherefore when ye were beheaded, ye cried out, O Lord, let the sacrifice of our lives be well-pleasing to thee. For having loved thee, we have spurned this transitory life, O thou who lovest mankind. O your goodly commerce, O saints, for ye gave your blood and inherited heavenly things, and having undergone trials for a time, ye rejoice everlastingly. Of a truth your commerce was goodly, For having forsaken corruptible things, ye received those things which were incorrupt, and joining chorus with the angels, ye unceasingly hymn the consubstantial Trinity. Going back to the dogmatic in here. Both now and ever and unto ages of ages. Amen. Let us hymn the Virgin Mary, the glory of the whole world, who sprang forth from men and gave birth unto the Master, the portal of heaven, and the subject of the hymnody of the incorporeal hosts. For she hath been shown to be heaven and the temple of the Godhead, having destroyed the middle wall of enmity. She hath brought forth peace and opened wide the kingdom. Therefore, having her as the confirmation of our faith, we have as champion the Lord born of her. Be of good courage, yea, be of good cheer, O people of God, for he vanquisheth the foe, in that he is almighty. And going on to the Apostica. O all praised martyrs, the earth did not hide you, but heaven received you, and unto you were opened the gates of paradise. And since ye have entered therein, ye delight in the tree of life. Pray ye unto Christ that he grant our souls peace and great mercy. What earthly pleasure is not marked by sorrow? What glory in this earth remains unchanged? All things are feeble shadows and deluding dreams, for in a single moment death shall take all away. But in the light of thy countenance, O Christ, and in the joy of thy beauty, give rest to those whom thou hast chosen, since thou art the lover of mankind. And that verse in particular is done during the funeral. It's one of the funeral hymns. Let's go on. No one is sinless except thee, O immortal one. Therefore, as the compassionate God, establish thy servants in thy light, in the company with the angelic choir. In thy goodness pass over their transgressions, and grant them forgiveness. On that one, I just want to point out one thing, the word choir. If you notice, I didn't do a diphthong. When we're speaking, we say choir, choir. We have a diphthong of kind of moving from one vowel to the next. But when we're singing, we want to keep a pure vowel. The angelic choir. So you take out the y part of choir, okay? Going on to the Theotokian. The great miracle by which thou gave birth, O bride of God, is incomprehensible indeed. All the prophets foretold the conception, which is beyond words and understanding, and the birth of thy Son who has saved the world, for he is the lover of mankind. kind. Okay, well, hopefully that gives you a nice introduction to tone one. And yeah, keep practicing and you'll get it. You'll get it in your mind before too long. Just remember those two half notes at the beginning of the line that kind of clues you into tone one. If you're trying to bring it up yourself, you can just do those two half notes and probably the rest of it will come along, right? Da 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 da. Oh yeah. Da 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 da. So that's a good way to just start memorizing. All right. We'll see you for tone two. Bye bye.